Great. Ready to get started?
Yes, we are. Go right ahead, please.
Great. Signing day is always an exciting time across the country because you're basically just adding new members to your family. And at the same time now, with COVID and all the games being moved back, it's even crazier that you've got signing day during the season. So it's been a real crazy time over the last 9-10 months. I do think that our coaches handled recruiting during COVID so well, Billy High and his staff. We were able to get most of the guys or all the guys that we signed on campus before the COVID. They saw games as juniors, a lot of them. And we were able to hold on to the 18 commitments that we thought would come into the day, and they became signees this morning, and all of them signed before 10 o'clock in the morning. So they were accountable. They did what they told us they were going to do. There was no drama. So it was a great day for us. And at this time, you're dealing with your seniors to make sure they want to play in the bowl. You're dealing with juniors to see if they're coming out or if they're going to play in the bowl or not. You're trying to figure out where you're going to a bowl. We had a fun year and a great year, so you got everybody coming after your coaches. So it's just a time where there's a whole lot going on. Sally always called it the silly season because you got just stuff all over the place. But today we're going to talk about recruiting. I will touch a few things that are in the opening paragraph that I think are important, and then we'll go through all of the guys on video, and then I will answer your questions after we watch their video. 18 newcomers, 11 of them will come in early. There's one guy that's thinking about it. He's still playing basketball, and we'll talk about him when the time comes up here in a minute. As of right now, we're rated the number 13th class in the country. And even more important than that, the 18-member class that we've got is the second smallest class, meaning number of signees in the top 15. So we're very, very proud that you start looking at the rating, and if people that are rating them have this correct, our guys have a 91% rating per player average on their composite ranks. So, and that would rank us 9th in the country when you start looking at that group. It's a well-rounded group because we've got all positions covered. Of the 18, 9 are on offense and 9 are on defense. They're from 4 different states, 15 from the state of North Carolina, 1 from Virginia, 1 from South Carolina, and 1 from Tennessee. So we pretty much stayed in our footprint. We went to Tennessee for one young guy that is outside of that footprint. We also thought it was very important to include Tony Grimes in this class because he really didn't have a signing day. He didn't get to celebrate like he would with his entire class. It was hard for him coming in as a high school senior, and he was the number 1 rated corner in the country and the 7th ranked player in the country last year. So we promised him, he stayed in the text chain with these guys, and he's talked to these guys, and he'll be rooming with these guys when they get here in the middle of January. So it's an exciting day for him too, even though he's played all year. If you added Tony to this class, it would be the number 10 class in the country. So we're really excited about all he's accomplished this year, but we also feel like that this is a wonderful day. We're a better football team today just because of these additions, and can't wait to get these guys in school. They'll show up January 16th, and they will start school on January 19th. And then can't wait to get them all in spring practice with the other young guys. Let's watch a little film. Okay, we're going to go through every guy, and we've got 4 or 5 clips on every one of them, and then we'll answer questions if you have any at the end. The first one's Gavin Blackwell, a wide receiver from Sun Valley High School. And Billy, these heights and weights are what we got when they were here before. So it's been a year, but this is the last time we measured them when they were on campus. These are what we have. So these guys have obviously grown since then. He's 5'11 and a half, 175. He'll be playing slot where Daz Newsome plays. So interestingly enough, the first pass that he catches here is from Sam Howell last year. So he's used to catching some passes from Sam, so we thought we'd start out with that. Gavin will be here as an early enrollee. You've got to love the speed in this class. These guys can really run, and that's what we're trying to get, obviously. Everybody is. He's got really good hand-eye coordination. He can jump. He can catch. This is not Sam. This was after Sam was here last year. We don't have senior videos, so these are all their junior stuff. But you can see great body control. He adjusts to the ball in the air well, and he has very, very good hands. But this is the speed. He can turn it on and go. So once again, he will be here for spring practice. He'll start the spring semester. Then you've got DeAndre Boykins. He's actually a cousin of KJ Binkley. He's at Central Cabarrus High School. He was 5'11", 200. He plays running back. He plays linebacker. He plays nickel, and he plays corner. For us, he would be a nickelback. And he also will be coming in January. You can see the quickness. And he's a weight lifter. He's really strong. He's a tough guy. He can really hit you, as you can see there. Very physical. Once again, very physical. Very smart. Good instincts. Being a running back, has very good hands. Good break on the ball and got the speed to score. And we're trying to get defensive backs that can catch, because turnovers win games. And here he chases the ball all the way across the field from the inside there to make the play. Real hustle guy. The third player is Tamir Brown. We'll call him THI. He's 5'10", 170. He's out of Jacksonville High School. He played a lot of different positions. He's an athlete. Here he's playing corner at the top. That's where he'll play for us. He is not an early enrollee, but he's got very good hands. And once again, you see the speed. He can really run. 5'10 and a half, 170. He also is a hitter. He played quarterback for them. You can see here the athletic ability. Watch this play. So much speed. He's also returned kicks, so he would return punts. We love signing athletes that can play a lot more than one position. The speed takes it to the house. Next is RaRa Dilworth. He's from Robert Glenn High School, linebacker, 6'1 and a half, 205 pounds. And he can fly. He ran 4.4 something at some of the camps. Very physical player. Again, with an emphasis on speed. He will also be here this spring. So he is an early enrollee. And these guys have already been admitted to school. Got very good hands. This will be back-to-back really good defensive classes. See, he's very physical, loves to play. Avoids the blocker here. Stays on his feet and explodes to make the tackle. He plays sideline to sideline. Power Echols, 6 foot, 210, will also be a linebacker. He was at Vance High School that was recently, they changed the name to Chambers. 6 foot, 210, like RaRa, he will be here this spring. Very similar, can really quick, very good instincts, and will hit you. Both these young linebackers are special. They play all over the field. And very physical. This was in the state championship game at our place last year. His dad's a coach, so he's been around football his whole life. But both those guys make a lot of plays sideline to sideline. Then you've got Camarion Edmonds. He's 5'11", 220. He is out of Havelock High School. He will not be here this spring. But he's a big, powerful guy that's really fast. Got good instincts and vision. The two big backs here remind you of Javante some, which is a good thing right now for everybody. The way Javante's running. You can see he cuts back and he explodes right after he gets through at 220 pounds. Weightlifter, really strong, has outstanding speed when he gets on the corner. And again, this is a 220-pound man. Grew up loving North Carolina. He will not be here this spring. Got good hands, which we like to throw to our backs a lot out of the backfield. The two backs are playing so well, we're going to have good backs to replace them. Then we've got Tony Grimes. He was a real early enrollee, like August. Thought it would be interesting to go back and watch his senior film because he's actually playing in, against Notre Dame and Miami as a high school senior. But you go back and review his film and you see why he was such a prize recruit for us, and he came in and played that way. So very, very proud of him, his maturity. He had good grades. He's handled it. Here he is at quarterback. I can't even imagine what he's going to look like when he gets an off season under his belt and a spring practice with Coach Hess. But this was just 1 year ago for him. Then you've got Caleb Hood. He will be an early enrollee from Richmond County High School. He was a quarterback. He's 5'11 and a half, 225 pounds. I actually recruited his dad, Errol, here. And we think both these running backs are special. And they're both 220 and 225 pounds. That you can envision him right here as a running back. And what we told the guys about coming in early, told the 11 that you do what you, your family, and your high school coach wants you to do, because you only get one senior year in high school. And these guys will miss playing this spring. So, but they made these decisions on their own. We did not encourage anybody to come in early. That's not our place. But like Camaro, I think this guy's special. He's so powerful. He also is a weightlifter. He loves this place. He grew up loving this place, watching his dad play. So he'll be fun to watch. J.J. Jones is a receiver from Myrtle Beach High School. He's 6'3", 195. He's got the real length that you love at wide receiver for an outside guy. Right now, he's trying to make a decision on whether he's going to come in early or not. He's playing basketball. But you can see he's got special talents and tall. So he probably will not make his decision on whether he's coming in early until the first part of January. But he's got the length, he's got the speed. Time for the score. Gives you some advantages in the red zone with height over corners. Good route runner. Dad played at West Virginia, so he's got athletics in his family. Drake Maye, 6'5", 210 pounds. He is coming in early. Myers Park High School. His dad played here and his brother played basketball here. His dad was actually a GA for me when we were here the first time. Drake had committed to Alabama way early in the spring a year ago, maybe even in February, but it was way early. And then flipped to us, and he's a tremendous leader and player, and he's got the whole package. He's tall, he's smart, he's from an athletic family. He can run, he's got the strong arm at 6'5". And he's a really good basketball player. So once again, he decided to forego his basketball season to come in early. Dontavious Nash at 6'1", 180 pounds, will be coming in early from Hunter Hess High School. He will play in the secondary. He's playing corner here. He'll most likely be a safety for us, but as we saw this year, the guys move around, play a lot of different places. He was our first commitment for the 21 class. And Billy, when was that? It was 2 summers ago. So it seems like forever. And he did not waver at all. Another guy with length. Got good ball skills. He's got a big body. Another guy that can return kicks. So a lot of speed on the field. Then you've got Bryson Nesbit. He was our last commitment at 6'5", 235. I think he's up in the 240 range now as a tight end. We liked him because he's a really good basketball player. He's got height, he's got length. He can do the things that tight ends need to do in our offense, tight, or he can actually flex out and play a wide receiver type position. His dad and mom were both athletes at South Carolina, and Dad played with the Saints at tight end. But we recognized his abilities really early and feel like that he can get open in space. He's also a guy that could play in wide receiver spots in the red zone because of his height and his length. He will not be coming in early. He'll still be playing basketball. But you can see catches like this, he's really a special talent. And a lot of these guys are friends. They grew up together. Kobe Pacehauer, he is 6'1", 180. He will be coming in early as a wide receiver. He played at Gaffney High School in South Carolina this year, so he went across the state line to play. His other previous years were at Kings Mountain High School. He will be coming in early. It's easy to talk to receivers and running backs right now with the way our offense has been productive this fall. So Gavin and Kobe will be in early. JJ is still trying to decide, so that'll add to that receiving core this spring. These guys all have catching ability. That was a game winner. He times his jump really well, but they also have speed in space. Diego Pounds is 6'5", 300 from Millbrook. We're looking for those young offensive linemen, and he can run, and he's really, really big and athletic. Really like his ability to run and get on people. See how good he is here in pass protection on the left side, left tackle with his feet. And he will be coming in early. So he'll get a full spring of Coach Hess and a spring practice. Left tackle again at 6'5", 300. Sometimes these big guys have trouble blocking the lot smaller defensive linemen in high school. They do a better job when they get to college. Here you can see how he runs at his athletic ability at that size. And then he can dunk a basketball at 6'5", 300. And watch this, he can do a flip in the pool at that size. So that's pretty impressive. I know you smart Alex out there saying, how's he going to use that for football? But you know how he's going to use it for football. He will be here this spring. Javari Ritzy, a defensive lineman from Glenn High School. He played with RaRa. He will come in this spring. You can see his quickness and speed. He's 6'5", 280 pounds, and actually ran cross country. His mom's a track coach. He will be in early, and he will be here this spring for spring practice. Just the quickness and speed, he will add to that bunch up front. He is so quick and aggressive. Watch his ability to run here at 280 pounds. Rush the passer, gets it out of his hands quickly, and he runs down the screen and is not happy when he gets there. Very impressive play. Another play, watch the big guy at 280 pounds run here. He chases down the guy on the reverse. So from inside, sees it, doesn't give up, try hard play, runs it down from behind. A lot of penetration. Kayshon Silver, 6'5", 275 pounds from Rocky Mountain High School. Like Javari, Kayshon will be coming in early. Probably his expertise was being a pass rusher in high school. All these guys were very highly recruited. But Kayshon at 6'5", 275 gives us a lot of ability to penetrate and disrupt passers. And I do think the fact that these guys were all close and got on a text chain together and spent a lot of time together was influential on getting a lot of friends and lifetime friends to come to school together. But this is a big man to move this fast. And he and Javari will both be here for spring practice. Again, watch him run a back down, quarterback down from behind. Looks inside, sees it's not there, and chases it down. So again, it's hard to believe he's 6'5". Then he plays tight end some. He'll be wanting some catches. And also wanted to look at a couple of shots at him dunking a basketball, just to show his explosive power and his leaping ability. There's 2 shots in here of him dunking a basketball and staying on the rim. And if it works for him, he'd like to also play on our basketball team. Gabe Stephens will not be coming in early. He's from Mountain Island Charter School. He's 6'3 and a half, 215. I think he's grown from this, but he is a basketball player, so he will want to stay and play basketball with his team. You can see the quickness here off the corner. His dad actually played at South Carolina. Once again, see the lateral movement, him taking on 2 blockers, slipping the blocks outside and getting in the quarterback's face and knocking him down, forcing the interception. A lot of these guys are basketball players. You love to sign basketball players because they can obviously run and jump, make plays. He will be an outside linebacker. But he's just so tall. He's got a lot of length and can run. See him run this the back down again, all the way across the field. Checks the inside out, runs it down, knocks him out of bounds. Treyvion Stevenson is 6'3", 220. He'll be an outside linebacker, defensive end. He is from Phoebus High School in Virginia. Another avid weightlifter, grew up loving North Carolina. He will not be here this spring. Loves the place, really good pass rusher, physical, all over the field guy, plays really hard. Got some length. This was a really good play. Again, looks inside, settles his hips and runs and makes the play on the running back turning the corner. Once again, keeps the quarterback from getting outside with contain. And then last is Eli Sutton. He will not be coming in this spring. He's 6'6 and a half, 285. His he's from Brentwood Academy in Nashville. His dad is the strength coach there. Big physical tackle. We're losing a lot of offensive linemen next year or the next year, over the next 2 years, and we've got to continue to work to replace them. You can see he's big, but he can move his feet. He was another guy that came over to visit right before the pandemic and liked everything he saw. Was planning on committing to us when he came back for camp, and there was no camp, so he committed. Got really good feet, powerful guy. A lot of length. But he will not be coming. He will not be coming in this coming in the spring. You want to get that back, Jeremy? See if there are any questions.